What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only world battle. And just then, in the few Civs turns that processed between this and the last video, Thebes once again fell back into the hands of the Zulu. Bad news, of course, at the end of last video, the tragic news was New Zealand oh, they grabbed it back. Well done, New Zealand. And it may take a while for Indonesia to grab it back again. Also, whoa, okay, we need to move our submarine. We need to tell it to go. We cannot get out of this ocean. Dang it. Okay, this is awkward. Okay. Probably in a few videos time, when it becomes a problem again, I will go into the, when I've stopped recording this recording session, I'll go into the in-game editor and stick another one over in the Pacific. But I can't do that right now. But wow, okay, the Shoshone have infantry and their own anti-air guns and machine guns lining the Iroquois border. Now, I'm not sure how the Iroquois would feel about that. But, technology-wise, the Iroquois are second. They're 3 behind Vietnam. They are level with Korea. Egypt and the Zulu both on 61. Vietnam pulling out a big lead. Great Britain are dropping a little bit now. Brazil catching up. The Shoshone 59. So 4 behind the Iroquois. That isn't dramatically huge. And something the Shoshone should be seriously worrying about. I mean, credit to them. Obviously they don't have as many units. And Korea just grabbed the Apollo program. And they are slowly making gains towards grabbing Beijing. But obviously here, the huge battle. I don't think the Huns are going to grab Kochi back from India. They might do, it's still in the red, but I don't think they will. The big news now is the Eastern Soviet Union, in particular Leningrad, with the Huns going after it. Moscow is safe for now, and in particular the Vietnamese going for Minsk as well here. 24 population, the second largest Soviet city, which will be pretty big if they lose this Soviet Union, because it makes them vulnerable to someone like Poland, who are looking a lot better now. I said I criticised them a lot during that war. Even with the 4 cities they grabbed, that's doubled the size of their empire. They do look a lot stronger. And obviously Britain here, though, are just going to be a little thorn in their side. I mean, Poland now forced to expand. Poland have to fight someone strong if they want to grow. They're surrounded by the Huns, Egypt, even Spain to a point. And I mean, unless they went for Rome and Antium and tried to avoid going after places like Carthage, obviously main Spain. Great Britain as well is here. So Poland are pretty stuck. They need... Oh, and Argos is no longer... Okay, this time, when they lost Thebes, Athens became Egypt's new capital, not Argos. Good move, Egypt. Good move. But Egypt are in big trouble if the Zulu continue to push. Zulu now controlling all of this region of Africa. But the thing the Zulu have to be careful of is that Vietnam are fully capable of, if they have any uranium, which I don't think they did, if they ever got their hands on some, they could stick an atomic bomb on one of either Baghdad or Da Nang, and that would leave Ulundi and some of these bigger population, even bigger, this city here, the massive 21 population in the former Congo capital is their largest city, very much leaving this area exposed. But what are the Iroquois doing? I don't think they're going... They may be reinforcing out here, maybe that's what they're doing. But they may be going to destroy Indonesia. I feel the AI would be capable of that. And it looks like the Zulu may be looking at Australia eyeing them up. Or New Zealand. Australia, by the way, have a lot of units. Where are they in terms of military manpower? Okay, they're 12th in the world. Credit to them. Okay, the Shoshone are in 3rd. Am I right? So the Shoshone and the Iroquois will be building up the largest in the world. Like the Shoshone... I mean, the Zulus are still up there. But the Shoshone and Iroquois and Britain now... all out of wars, they're building up. Poland are not up here still, 15th. Poland half as many soldiers as the British, so it'd be an interesting war between those two. Obviously they're probably arguing following the split of... Okay, I'm just going to leave you there. Submarine. Sorry guys, you just have to ignore that. Just wondering if the Iroquois are thinking about Argentina as a target. Obviously this city here is now controlled by Argentina. Whoa, Chile sending over all their unique units. They've built a lot of these. They've built a lot of these unique units. They must be range boats. I mean, they wouldn't just send a load of... If they were, Yeah, they must replace like the frigate or something. Or they wouldn't be sending them after the Mayans, who are defending well. Sadly, not well enough to defend Chichen Itza, which has just fallen to the Iroquois as we speak. Cuba is now under the Iroquois' control. And Shoshone have got 5 great war bombers here. I presume they're about to... are they still in a war with the Mayans? If they are, then they're going to start bombing Palenque. And that'll probably be game over Mayans. The big question is, how are Korea getting on against China? It's in the red. Korea do have mobile SAMs. And, oh, there we go. Korea did it. They just grabbed it right there. We're starting to see stuff. We used to miss everything. We've actually just seen Beijing. Korea now controlling 3 capitals, so good for them. See, they have not Tokyo. Kyoto was the Japan capital. They have their own capital, and now they have control of Beijing. As soon as China started doing well as well, they just grabbed 3 new cities, China, and then boom, they've lost their capital. That's a big pickup for Korea, who aren't going to be able to take this back with just artillery. So boom, now Korea have got to look at new targets for whatever they want to do. But Korea have been interesting. They've been small, but they're definitely the strongest civ now out this way. I mean, the Huns are out this way, so they're technically stronger, I'd say. We can't forget Vietnam. And the Huns and Vietnam pushing in here into Eastern Soviet Union. They are defending. They've got anti-air guns. Minsk looks like it's about to start being sieged out. They look like they've defended Leningrad. And it looks like Moscow should survive. I don't think... I think that at most they'll lose 1 city. Because there's still a lot of Hunnic units coming this way. But the Huns aren't making much of an effort to stop the Indians here from continuing their push. But India aren't pushing back anyway. Vietnam still not doing anything of it that would make you worry for anyone else in terms of building atomic weapons. There is not many civs left in this game. Just want to point that out. How many is left? I'm going to quickly go over the info addicts to check. Not actually look in depth. We'll probably do that in a little while once some of the wars have settled down a little bit. But anyway, let's just go to what am I doing? Approval. Who is out of the game? 43. We're down to 28 civs. We have lost the Ethiopia, the Aztecs, Arabia, Congo, America, Mongolia, the Inca, the Sioux, Germany, Japan, the Ottomans, Carthage, Greece, Rome, and Songhai. Germany is the most surprising that we've lost so far. Japan's quite surprising. Normally people struggle to invade an island. But Japan, Korea did a number on Japan. Took them out. And good for them. And Indonesia just peaced out with Egypt. Indonesia started a lot of wars, and it looks like the Iroquois may be getting ready to have a proper go at the Indonesians, which would be pretty interesting to see if they could be successful there. Looks like Indonesia is about to grab Auckland back from New Zealand. The Australians are letting the Zulu pass through. The Zulu would be insane. Like, anyone trying to attack Australia would be insane. They have their unique unit, the Digger. So, don't see anything. Australia is safe. I'm surprised they haven't gone after the New Zealand Empire. I mean, what is left of New Zealand. New Zealand have a plane and Australia don't. I mean, this settler's been broken. Oh, New Zealand, unique unit, the Anzac. Okay, well, that's what they've got. Argentina just doing some trade with the Gold Coast. Whoa, Chile. Chile putting a big number of forces, getting open borders through Argentina. Obviously trying to support their war against the Mayans. The Iroquois don't look like they're going for any more Mayan territory just yet. I mean, they may in a minute. Are the Zulu continue? And the Zulu are continuing to push on. They want to control Africa for themselves. But I mean, they're gonna have to go through Mali next if they get rid of Egypt. And Mali, yep, they've failed against Morocco. They would have needed Spain's help, really, Mali. I mean, they did get the help of the Zulu, but the Zulu haven't come over here and done anything. Actually, I said the Zulu, I think these boats have just arrived, but that's gonna help, I guess. Gonna distract them a little bit. I mean, Mali is still, most of their units haven't really moved. Yeah, Mali are the new power in Africa. Obviously, they're not nowhere near as strong as the Zulu, but they've got battleships. 28 civs left. Who is going to be the next one completely eliminated? I have a feeling, I mean, I think it could be the Mayans if people keep going. And wow, Alexandria fell very quickly into Zulu hands. And these borders should change. We can see which tiles went with it. Presume just the little tiles around it are probably all that's gone yet. Boom. But the Zulus almost cutting off the Suez Canal that is controlled by Egypt from Memphis. And, I mean, the Zulu, I think, will get up to Medina and Memphis, and that'll be it. Because either they'll have to navigate their troops very difficultly into the Middle East, or they'll have to navally attack these 3 cities in southern Europe, I guess, southeastern Europe. But Poland look like they might be eyeing up Egypt actually here. I mean, they're sending a few units across the Black Sea. If Poland had control of what is Constantinople, obviously it's not in this game, I think they'd definitely be tempted to go after Egypt, but they don't, so it's not going to happen. This campaign has been so fun. The next campaign's going to be different. I don't know whether it's going to be as fun. It's going to be a follow-up to the little spoiler for you that have watched 11 minutes into what is episode 29, I believe. So, if you're here, you deserve a little spoiler, a little teaser, I guess. The next campaign, as you may know, the most popular campaign ever on this channel, as of right now, as I'm recording this, is the first and only battle I did with the historic spawn dates mod. We did that on a Europe map, but we're going to be doing it on a world map with 43 civs. It's going to make it a little bit interesting. But that's not really a tease. I told you exactly what's going to happen. But anyway, lots of British units in Berlin. Are they going to attack Poland? What a big change. Like, Europe has changed so much recently. Yeah, Germany's fallen. And Spain did a lot of things as well. But if Britain and Poland were to go to war, that would be huge. Because this border is even bigger than the German-Polish border. Safe to say. I think Britain would win though. But don't forget, a lot of British power is their huge navy. Battleships and destroyers. And lots of submarines, some artillery. Still out here. But if they're going to defend London, they'll be, from an Iroquois attack for example, they will be relying heavily on that. Now, where is the atomic bomb carrying? Okay, there's an atomic bomb in the Caribbean, but the other one is missing. Is it on this carrier? Okay, it's on this carrier up here, probably just defending the capital. But wow, I mean, the thing is, we think the other civs will know that the Iroquois have an atomic bomb, but what you think is, like, if this was the real world, the rest of the people wouldn't know. Like, it would only be high-level military people. So the people in the Shoshone have a right to be terrified. And wow, the Shoshone are building a military very quickly. I think they know. They're probably scared of those atomic bombs. And they're probably starting to, you know, build up some stuff up. I think, land area-wise, are the Shoshone bigger? That is a question I've been wondering, because they look bigger. They control more. No, they are still third by quite some way. However, population have they got more? No, the Iroquois have got the most people in the world. Egypt were up there, but lots of Egyptians have died recently. Great Britain, 33 million, level with Vietnam. Interesting. The turns have definitely sped up. We're getting through far more turns than we were back before, and when no one was going to war. Okay, enact world leader is about to happen. Obviously, Great Britain is now... Okay, we barely see any logos here for some reason. Okay, the Huns, the Zulu, Poland and Egypt have all been embargoed. Poland is a big one. The Huns, Zulu, you'd expect that. Egypt, man, maybe expect that. They were all aggressive at some point. But Poland weren't that aggressive. They've only ever really... I mean, they did take out the Ottomans, but Poland, they took out Germany, but Britain were a lot worse in that war. Sure, Britain did far more horrible things that they should get embargoed or no traded with for. I guess not. What if Britain went after Poland? What if they could if Britain put the way we've seen this mod, it's been a lot smarter than the Polish AI was. I would see Britain just putting units here and going straight for Warsaw, and that would be massive for Britain. How many capitals do Britain control? Just out of interest. Just 2. Just Berlin and London. Poland only control Warsaw. So that's it. The Zulu do okay, Leningrad is about to fall, I believe, to the Huns. Oh no, they peaced out. Oh well, maybe Vietnam can sneak in. Did nothing change hands? Wow. So they burned up their units, the Huns, and they gave up at the last minute. They were about to pick up Leningrad and just gave up. Well, okay, this is Vietnam's chance not to mess up. Vietnam do have uranium. They are just not mining it. That's weird. Oh yeah. Wow, Korea are going to keep pushing and move into the inland Chinese Empire. Ooh, that would be interesting. What if Korea could do this? Korea could generally, they're sending in their mobile SAMs, infantry, artillery. They're generally going to go for this, what remains of China here in the middle of Asia. Did New Zealand lose this city again? I can't remember. They are holding on. Good job, New Zealand. You destroyed the Malay unit. New Zealand have impressed me. They were very brave in their war. They haven't been taken out by Australia. And, you know, they're surviving. So credit to them. Obviously. How is Hawaii's looking pretty boring. A big thing the Shoshone have got right now is a fleet in the Pacific, which only Korea really have. Other than that, I mean, the Indonesians has sort of been destroyed. Oh, China's capital is now their island off of, what is this island called? I don't know. It's probably just part of Indonesia, and I'm being an idiot, but in real life. Luckily, the Indonesians have no need to worry just yet. There's no atomic bombs out here. Yet. From this Iroquois city, but the Iroquois are sending so many units over this way just to defend. They have lots of units everywhere. I presume they're just spying on the world. You know. Wow, look at this as well. And as the bottom of the world, the Iroquois, they're all trying to squeeze through with an atomic bomb off the south coast of the Zulu. Wonder how the Zulu feel about that. The Zulu have loads of just carriers with nothing on them. Bit weird, but what if? Great war bombers. No nukes. Who's gonna drop the first nuke in this world? That is the question. That is the key question. And I mean, Vietnam, this campaign has been very fun. I said I'd play on till either my PC just becomes impossible to run it, or we have a genuine winner, or turn, I think I said 400. It'll probably be around 400, but I think we are very close right now to Vietnam. 66 technologies. I believe that means they'll be soon getting closer and closer towards that science victory. So if someone wins, the game will stop. I don't think anyone is close to a cultural victory. Great Britain are influential with 2, Egypt with 1. That's it. No one else is really. No one else is really influential with anyone. No one's had a revolution yet. It's surprising since Korea have got a massive -42, -34 happiness for Brazil, and the Soviet Union are unhappy. Korea just completed the Manhattan Project. We will see Korean nukes very soon. See Korea a little bit behind. They are level, I think, on techs. Did I check at the start with the Iroquois? However, oh, they're one behind the Iroquois. However, there's so many like routes at this point. Oh, I need to get rid of this bit. Sorry about that. Wait, how do I get rid of this? There we go. But yeah, the Koreans, there's so many different routes. They've probably got advancements in other ways, like we saw they had mobile SAMs and stuff. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. As always, if you have enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Maybe you could subscribe, that'd be really nice and helpful, and say hi. And Shaka just completed the Manhattan Project. You know, the world's just getting a little bit more scary every day. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.